Hey friend, welcome to the Badass is the New Black podcast, where our motto is done is better than perfect. I'm Chrissy Chin, here on a mission to help you grow your business online, turn your leads into lifelong customers, and scale to six figures and beyond so you can work less and enjoy and earn a whole lot more. Most importantly, I'm a laid-back wife, a mom, a friend who started as a peds nurse, turned network marketer, and now a serial entrepreneur. This podcast is for ambitious people with an idea, a vision, but no idea how to get there. On this podcast, I'll give actionable steps to keep you moving forward while you learn new business strategies, better systems and processes, marketing, sales, all the things you need to build and scale a blissful business that keeps your pocketbooks growing. Grab a beverage, open up your notes app, and let's get to it. Is your business actually set up for success? That is the million-dollar question here. Seven-figure businesses are set up very differently than most businesses. And so today, you'll not only learn about those differences, but you'll get a simple action at the end of this to help set up your business in a way that generates success so that you can serve more people, generate more revenue, so you can live the life that you were always meant to live. This is season number 5. Holy cow, number 5, episode number 9. I'm Chrissy Chin, business coach, founder, CEO of the Chrissy Chin brand, aka KNC Consulting, co-founder of Grow Workspace. I built $1 million business from the ground up, starting exactly where you are, and I've helped thousands of other coaches, health professionals, and network marketers get their businesses set up online, automated so they can spend more of their time with their family, less time behind their computer, while also making an impact on many more lives. So if you're a multi-passionate person, someone who wants to have multiple revenue streams and a business that's automated and streamlined, you are in the right place. If this seems like this journey of building a successful business has been a lot harder for you, or it's taking you extra long, there's a reason for it. It's because your business is not set up in a way that actually is scalable and able to grow to multiple 6 and 7 figures. And if you compare someone who has a business that started 3 months ago, it's going to look very different from someone who's generating 7 figures, right? So what I'm going to do today is teach you the indicators or the symptoms that your business is not set up in the way that will allow you to scale so that you can serve more and earn more. Because without being able to recognize what's wrong, you can't fix it and make it right. It's the same for everything. If your child's struggling in school, but you don't know why, then it's going to be very hard to address that. Last year, I was seeing some indicators that my son was struggling a little bit to find success in certain areas in his life. He started football and he'd have moments where he really shined, but then overall, he just wasn't seeing great progress for the time that he was putting in. And so I needed to take a deep look at, as his parent, to help him figure out why his growth had stalled. And so I learned that he was struggling with auditory processing. The football coach would give multiple step instructions, but he couldn't process it all. And so he started to feel lost in practice and in games, and he couldn't keep up. And so he wasn't seeing the growth that he should have with the time that he was putting in. And so I had to get to the root cause, the actual thing that was causing this auditory processing, and then help him with changing that. And so we started a program at Brain Balance and discovered that, yes, he needed to work on developing some new neural pathways in a weak part of his brain so that he could process at his age level. He started at like a 2 or 3 year old processing level, and after 5 months of putting in the right structure and the right exercises in place, he's now processing at an age level that's beyond what his age is. And so I'm seeing growth in school, and he's now interested in other sports and able to take those multi-step instructions. But what most people would do to try and figure this out is trial and error to get the fixes, right? If he's struggling in school, then they would get a tutor. If he's struggling in sports, they'd take up some extra practices. But that's not going to make the huge jump or improvement because it's not really what's causing the problem. He doesn't need more time. He didn't need that. He needed to wake up that part of his brain with those specific exercises, that specific strategy. It's like your business. If it's not going right, the answer is not spend more hours working. That is actually the most detrimental thing that you can do. It's about getting to the cause of why your business is stalled out, or why it's not growing, or why there's so much to do that will make all the difference and actually help you generate the success that you want. while spending most of your time with your family. And so what we want to do is we want to find the root cause so that you can get to the bottom of things, make real lasting change so that your growth can skyrocket and not just give you little baby steps of improvements or random times to shine, and not just give Band-Aid fixes. It's like with your health. If you have knee pain, most people are going to take something to help with the pain, right? My knee's in pain. I don't want it to be in pain. I'm going to take something to help. So if you are someone like me, you're going to take some natural herbs, you're going to apply some of those oils, and that will cut the pain. But what's the real problem? Why is the knee hurting? The real problem is that maybe your ankle is out of alignment. And so if your ankle's out of alignment, it's causing your body to be weird and knee to be painful. And until you get that ankle into alignment, you will constantly have pain and cause more damage down the road. And it's why most business owners make little improvements in their business over a long period of time. And then when they're generating some success years later, their business still feels chaotic and crazy and causes burnout because the root cause was never really addressed. And so you just learn how to Band-Aid the situation to feel a little bit more successful or get a little bit more success here and there, but you never really got to this dream state where you love your business. You're changing thousands of lives. You have plenty of money in your bank account and you're spending most of your time with your family. Band-Aids don't give you that. So you were meant for more. You were meant to create this blissful business, one that you're excited to wake up to every morning, and excited to wake up to sales nonetheless, one that allows you to make a huge impact on the world, one that is so systemized and streamlined that it becomes easier and easier for you to make money and allows you to work less and less. And before you know it, you have a 7-figure business. You're taking vacations every couple of months. You're never worried about what's in your bank account because you know it's full, and your clients are raving about you online. They're sending you messages saying how grateful they are for you and for your help, and you feel so fulfilled and you feel like you're living out your purpose and you're excited and you're happy. And don't worry, I'm going to show you how to get this success, but first I'm going to show you these indicators or symptoms so you can see if your business is really set up in the right way or not. And as I share this, I want to make sure that you're not judging yourself on this. This is not your fault if you have been operating your business in this way for the last year or for the last 3 years. If it's still not set up in that way that's going to generate 7 figures, because you're not born knowing this stuff. You weren't taught this in grade school. Your parents didn't teach you. They worked 9 to 5s, 40 plus hours, a week. You didn't go to college for this, most likely. So this is just something that you haven't learned yet. Instead of feeling shameful and less than for not knowing it, I want you to be proud of yourself because you are here. You are listening to this episode. You are already investing in your business and your growth with your time. So give yourself a ton of credit for that. So I'm going to share with you some indicators. I think I have like 6. How you can tell that your business isn't set up like a 7-figure business. And then you can tell me which ones pertain to you. Maybe one of them does. Maybe you're feeling one of them, maybe all of them. So I'm going to dive in here. So number 1, you wake up and the first thing that you think about when it comes to your business is, I have a lot to do today. How am I going to get it all done? Okay, so that's one indicator that's not set up the right way. Number 2, you find yourself trying to squeeze in work anytime you can because you don't have enough time when the kids are at school. So you're answering messages while your kids are at soccer and, they look up, right? They're doing the thing, they're shooting the goal, they look up and you're on your phone and they're like, Mom, you weren't watching. When you take a bathroom break at dance practice, you're on your phone. When you catch yourself trying to respond at a red light or when you're in carpool line. And that's another indicator it's not set up in the most efficient way to generate 7 figures. Number 3, you find yourself unable to turn your brain off from work. You're constantly thinking about what you need to do, what you didn't get done, while your kids and your partner are trying to engage with you. You find yourself getting distracted by thinking about all of these things that you have to do for work. And your kids are asking for something and you're trying to respond to an email as they're asking you for something. You get frustrated, you snap at them, and they're all upset. And you feel like a bad parent, but that's just because you were trying to make this business work, right? To give them a better life. And then you feel guilty for being the bad parent that snapped at their kid for no reason. And you go down this rabbit hole. Okay, that's an indicator that your business is not set up in the right way to generate 7 figures, to grow, to scale, to have this blissful business that you enjoy, that's working for you. Or number 4, you're feeling stretched with your finances. You get invited to participate in activities like weekend getaways or nice dinners out, and you feel like you just can't swing it financially right now unless you go into debt. And that's the last thing that you want to do. The last thing you want to do is rack up a bunch of credit card debt, right? It's another indicator. Number 5, inflation has taken a huge toll on your lifestyle and the things that you could afford. Maybe you can't afford anymore. Because before, everything that you pay for regularly, food, gas, house maintenance, that's all gone up. The cost of living for all of those extra is leaving out room for extra little things that you want to be doing. Or number 6, you're spending what little time you have on admin tasks for your business instead of like the big things that make a difference, or being able to focus on the relationships and diving deep with your customers and clients to really help them. These are all signs that your business is not set up for 7 figures. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm curious, put in the comments maybe which ones, if you don't remember what number, maybe just type in a little bit if I describe that scenario that you're in, so I can see, because I'm very curious. And if you don't make the adjustment soon, like adjusting the ankle to address the knee pain, you'll find yourself burnt out, needing a hip replacement because you walked funny for years, right? Accommodating for that knee pain. Or in your business, hating what you're doing with all the financial stresses and disappointment from not being able to make an impact and make it work. If you have hit a wall, if you're ready to find a better way to learn the proven strategies to allow your business to operate in a streamlined manner so that when your kids get home, you can leave the phone in the house, you can go outside and play, you can spend the evenings with your partner instead of, needing to slip back on your computer and take care of a few things. You won't bat an eye when someone invites you to a ski trip or a beach trip. And I know that you're saying, is this really possible for me? Because your situation is different. Right? You are maybe servicing a different customer than those other 7-figure businesses. Or you have to take care of an elderly sick parent, so you have a lot less time. Or you didn't grow up in a tech era where you had a cell phone at 12 learning tech from a young age, right? Those people have 7-figure businesses, but their situation is different than mine, or my situation is different than theirs. How can I really do this? And so you spend so much wasted time telling yourself, I can't do this, right? And that these people may have been able to, but my situation's different, but you want to. And so you think, well, when my situation changes, I'll be able to figure it out. But the truth is that life will always throw you curveballs. There will always be something in your way, something that comes up that you have to give your time to. And so the reality is that if you feel stretched too thin now, then you 100% need your business set up like a 7-figure CEO and a 7-figure business so that you can have twice as much time to do all of the other things that you want to do. Spending time with your elderly parent and enjoying the last few years that you get with them, or driving your kids around to all the after-school activities, being able to give 100% focus to watching them at soccer practice, because before you know it, they're going to be off to college at 18 and you won't see them every day. But you don't know what changes to make in your business to turn the ship around. And I get it. You haven't learned that yet. So how do you work more efficiently? How do you find more people that want your products or your services? How do you turn them into customers so that you can grow your revenue, so you can treat your friends who are visiting, from out of town to dinner and not worry about paying for the whole bill, or take your family on that cruise for spring break that all of your other, friends are going on and talking about? How do you complete the to-do list faster so you get 4 more hours back in your day so you can spend it doing whatever you want, getting a massage or mani-pedis with your girlfriends? Well, setting up your business in this way is not rocket science. But if you want to set it up in a way that gives you so much time back and brings you more joy to your life and more results for your customers, then you need to leverage a proven strategy. If you just keep guessing and throwing darts at the dartboard with a blindfold on, you can't even see, no instructions or strategy on how to hit that bullseye, you're going to be standing at that board for a very long time. And in fact, too long. So long that you are going to get tired. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to need to give up and go home before you ever accomplish your goals. So I know that this seems a little hard to do. Like you're going to have to maybe sell your left kidney to get to the place where you want to go, but it's not that complicated. You're not going to need to make that kind of sacrifice. Trust me. There's some simple things that you can do in your business so that you can complete your to-do list in record time, leaving you with 4 more hours every day. There are simple strategies to put in place to get seen so people know that you exist. There are simple techniques to help you take the people who have been following you and turn them into paying customers so that you can increase your revenue and stop worrying about the economy and inflation and how you're going to survive this and help more people get better results. And I want to show you these things. I want to show you not only how to do these things, but how to speed up the process so that it can be your reality in just a few months' time, not a few years' time. And that's exactly why I created a brand new masterclass that I'm hosting for you on April 25th so that I can pull that curtain back. I can show you how to do this. I've never taught this class before. This is a brand new class. So if you've been to my other trainings before, this is going to be brand new. And I'm going to help you discover those things. You'll discover the 6-figure CEO secret to doubling your leads and sales while spending most of your time with your family. I'm going to show you the sneaky hidden obstacles to preventing struggling business owners from turning their prospects into paying customers and exactly what to do about it. I'm going to share the single greatest key to getting 4 more hours back each day while scaling your business 6 figures and beyond. Yes, that is actually possible for you no matter your circumstance. And you will learn how to confidently automate, streamline, and systemize your business without knowing a thing about tech. So in 60 minutes, that's how long the masterclass is going to be, you're going to understand so much more about your business, how you can make lasting change, how you can adjust your ankle to stop the knee pain, or rather adjust your business to stop this cycle of constantly getting stuck, feeling overwhelmed, and like you know that there's a better way out there to do it, but you just don't know how to get there. So why am I sharing this when it's a month away? So it's happening April 25th. I want to give you plenty of time for you to rearrange your calendar to make sure that you can show up live to this class, because while I will have a replay for the people that register, showing up live is going to make the biggest impact for your business. So do what you can to free up your calendar April 25th, 1 to 2 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time. The link to save your seat will be in the show notes to this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be below this video, or you can type in thechrissychin.com/masterclass to save your seat. It's going to be epic. Again, most life-changing for your business if you can show up live, but I will send a replay to those that register. Again, thechrissychin.com/masterclass. I cannot wait to see you there. Until next week, when I'm back with a new episode, I want you to go out there. I want you to take some imperfect action, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you got some value out of this episode, I would love some support. And the best way to do that, so I can keep showering you with loads of actionable tips, is to hit that subscribe button. Leave a review or a comment if you're on YouTube, and share this podcast with a friend. And when you share it with a friend on social, please tag me so I can reshare your share in my stories. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out. I appreciate the heck out of you for showing up. And now it's time for you to take imperfect action so you can work less and enjoy and earn a whole lot more.